Former Trump strategist, possibly current Trump strategist, I don't know what these people's titles are anymore, but anyway, Steve Bannon, during an interview this past week, predicted that there could be almost a civil war erupting inside the Trump campaign starting in the spring. He's put, a bit of a timeline on it, not too much of a timeline. We don't know when this massive fight is gonna take place, but Bannon predicts that the fight, which he is ready to lead, will take place within the Trump campaign around the springtime. And here is why Steve Bannon says there's going to be a fight. He says, quote, "We're going to have a big fight that will take place in the spring. They're going to try to force Nikki on the ticket. They'll say Trump needs a woman, Nikki on the ticket. She balances things and she can bring together that 15% of never-Trumpers in the Republican Party. We're going to have that fight. If Nikki Haley is in the administration in any capacity, it will fail. She's a viper. She's a viper, and once she gets in there, she'll try to run it as prime minister. She'll try to be Dick Cheney. Her to Trump will be just like Dick Cheney to Bush. That's what she'll try to do." So Steve Bannon says that this big fight that is apparently brewing within the Trump campaign is going to be between the people who say you need Nikki Haley. She's actually popular. I mean, she could win a couple states in the primaries, and then people like Steve Bannon who say, no, I don't like her. She's a viper. Whatever that means. I don't know what it means, but I'm going to say it because I like it. Steve, your argument. Now listen, I'm not a fan of Nikki Haley. I don't want to give Republicans good advice. But if I am looking at this as a political strategist, as a smart person with common sense, Nikki Haley 100% makes the most sense out of anybody else out there. She is already popular within the Republican Party. She is now firmly in second place. Ron DeSantis nationally has been supplanted. He is a distant third. Haley is second. She stands the possibility of winning multiple states in the upcoming Republican primary. She does appeal to the more moderates in the party. She is a woman, which checks the box that Donald Trump desperately needs. So where's the downside? Steve? She's a viper. She's going to try to run things. Okay, all Trump has to do is say, no, I got this. I'm handling this, don't you worry. So is your real concern that Donald Trump is not as strong as he used to be? Is that actually what you're trying to imply here, Steve? Because if you were worried about somebody coming in and taking over, it implies a sense of weakness among the person who's actually in charge, if they're willing to just roll over and let somebody else take the lead. So it kind of sounds to me like your beef isn't necessarily with Nikki Haley. Your beef is with Donald Trump for being a bit of a pushover, right, Steve? Is that what you're saying? Because that's what I'm hearing here. Again, Nikki Haley checks all these boxes for Donald Trump, but I do not think he is going to pick her, not because he doesn't want to fight with Steve Bannon, but because she is now attacking him. He is attacking her. He's spent $3.4 million running ads against her in Iowa and New Hampshire now. She is now out there attacking him, calling him out for his, quote, little temper tantrums. So they're going to start going at it in a way where it's not going to make sense for them to link up on a ticket. What's going to be far more likely is that it's going to be like Kristi Noem, the Republican governor of South Dakota. She already, by the way, threw her hat kind of in the ring and said, Trump needs somebody like me for vice president. So it will probably be Kristi Noem, a name that, by the way, a lot of us have been saying for about a year now. She makes the most sense for Donald Trump to pick. But Nikki Haley also makes total sense. But for some reason, she's rubbing people like Steve Bannon and Tucker Carlson, by the way, the wrong way. Because Tucker Carlson even said that if Haley's on the ticket, he's going to fight against Trump winning the election. So all of these people who definitely have Trump's ear are telling him no Nikki Haley, which probably means once Nikki Haley loses ultimately in the primaries, she could be done for good, just like Ron DeSantis. Hi, everyone. This here is little Athena. And Athena would like to know why you haven't subscribed to Fair and Balanced yet. So please, don't let Athena down. Subscribe today.